I posted 2 videos before I made this one, so I don't get misinterpreted. But I'm gonna go on some things that my mom spoke about. And we're not gonna thread on this lightly because this is fucking important. We want to sort them out. You're gonna get sorted out right now, bitches. Women, why do you guys do things to try to keep or trap a man? And when I mean do things, I mean spiritually do things. Burning candles, burning incense, rituals, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Like, why would you do that for some fucking nigga that don't fucking want you? Like, do you guys really think that it's really important that that man, even if you get him, you'd have to fight? You have to do all of this to get him, first of all. Do you think after getting him, you would fucking have him the way you want him? I want to say this. Life working like a duality, multi-functioning system, meaning that there's like a yin and a yang, a good and an evil, and things of that nature. So everything has its opposite. So I just want to know why, for one, love should be something naturally. Somebody, if they like you, they should just fucking like you, period, right? Okay. So why do you think using something bad will bring something good? Because that's what you're doing. If you have to do anything other than be yourself for someone to like you, you're working in a source of witchcraft in a evil way. To understand me is to understand my mother. To understand my story and why I do what I do is to understand the foundation of which I come from. I'm not a fucking United States fucking American. I was just raised over here. My mother and my dad are 100% not from here. No part of the United States soil, okay, of what they made it to be. So, meaning that different places do different things, which creates children to see and operate in things different. You know what I'm saying? So, in order to make things there's 2 videos I posted with my mother speaking on something I wanted to touch on. And it's about women who does things to keep men in a negative spiritual way. Example, burning candles, lighting incense, oils, all the things that are used for us to keep healthy, alive, protected, and prosperous. These people take the same energy and work it in self to try to move the energy of that person towards them, because all it is a movement of energies. That's all you're doing, is a movement of energy. So when a person understands that, this is how they can take and use that in a wrong way, like these people did. And when I say it's in a wrong way, is because if a person does not naturally like you, there's not really nothing you can do about that. That's not for you. You cannot question what God has for you. But people just tend to want shit to be the way they want it. And then those are people that have to learn the hard way. So without even coming into current date today, I'm just going to speak on what my mother is speaking about with what happened with her dad. You know what I'm saying? And that'll just let you know where I stand. I don't have to say a word because all I gotta do is expose you. You know what I do, so I ain't worried about you. Me and my peoples, they gonna be all right. And if God have to move them, even if they don't want to listen and understand, and God got to move them by death, I guarantee you that the woman that tried to wrongfully do it, you won't get the earth will call it back before you get it. So understand that. But anyway, I'm not on that. I just want to touch on something that people really overlook. Now, my mom said that this lady, Miss Ellarine, oh, Miss Ellarine, was mad at my grandfather because of my grandmother. She had 3 kids by this man. And she did something she did to him. If you watch the videos of my mother talking, she will tell you that my grandfather, her dad, Modesto Morgan Sr., could not lift his head back up. This bitch did something to my grandfather because he went back to be the man he was supposed to be with them kids that he made with my grandmother. And that shit burned fire to her soul because he must knew how to fuck or something, but something you wanted very fucking bad. Let me turn this down a little bit. Something you wanted from him so bad that you didn't want another woman to have. But I say this to say because this shit work. That shit really fucking work. And it can only work when you don't know what's going on. So this is why I want to talk about this, because listen to what my mother was saying. They kept things from them. Order. You know what I'm saying? Order is very fucking important, and everybody got to know their place, you know? So that's a whole nother video. But set in the order. The kids not to know what's going on with the parents. We supposed to let them think that we happy all the way through. You know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to show no weakness in nothing we go through. So if you listen to the video, she said that my grandfather spoke with his mother. And when whatever he had with her, they didn't know, okay? They didn't know, but he talked to his mother. The son talked to his mother, or the mother called the son in of some sort. But I want to emphasize on my grandmother, because that's my great-grandmother, because that's the spirit I carry, and this is why you don't understand me, okay? So hopefully this will get y'all to understand me a little better, because no, I don't work with devils and demons or none of that shit. I don't do none of that. I work within my bloodline. I work within, you know what I'm saying, what I really am. I'm not one of you, and I know this, and I've been doing this. That's why I don't get along with a lot of you, but that's neither here nor there. So check this out. Whatever the hell my grandfather told his mother, watch what I'm telling you. I'm going off what my mama said, okay? Now, she said that my grandmother, great-grandmother, she a cold motherfucker. My great-grandmother, from that day, whatever he spoke to her about, that lady could not even walk on her same side of her street. It makes me wonder, what was that conversation about? You know, that a mama had to come in and spiritually protect her child. But my point with this is that spirit, it was so powerful. Like my grandma, my great granny handled her shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, it was all in control till like when she died, is what I'm feeling. But my mama and them said like, my grandpa held his head down, and I wanted to speak on this because I tried to ask her brother. She speak on her brothers, and her and Papi, that one, you know, I asked him, you know, I tried to get information on him about how he felt about his dad, and he never wanted to talk about it. Like, we know nothing. Like, they just keep, and that's, I want to say this, that's not good to a certain extent, you know. But then again, it's okay because God break through barriers through generations. Like with me, like I don't have to be there. Like all of this stuff she's telling me has been confirmed. Like when I say and move and do shit, y'all think I'm weird and shit. And no, I'm not. I'm moving in the power and spirit of my great grandmother on a spiritual level to save a fucking generation that has been fucking destroyed by some fucking weird ass woman though. This is what I'm trying to get y'all to understand, behind some weird ass fucking woman though. Like, people can really put shit on you and it will fucking follow you and your kids. And this is why I wanted to speak on that, because I sit back and I look at my grandfather and then his kids, his 3 kids, who no one had a happy home. Like this woman, my point is, she cursed like this man in his generations. This is why it's important. You can't just go on religion because of the church on the corner or this and that, because you'll never figure it out. I'm a living witness. You got to go back to you and understand who you are and where you come from in order to destroy these whatever polypeptide bonds. It's like some shit just sticking to your fucking DNA and can't let go. You know what I'm saying? That people are doing and moving through the spirit, through words, through fire, through air, through the things that we're supposed to be using and making good for and healing the nation and making people better with. They are using this to try to bring people into their little circle by all means. And then I sit back and I look at my grandfather kids. Then I look at my mother kids. Like, somebody I can't be the only one that see this shit. So what I'm saying, in other words, is I've discovered the problem and the curse in my fucking family. You know what I'm saying? And what is the reason why people cannot go through what they went through, and everybody play a part in this shit? This is like, really, I hope that you guys are really seeing and hearing this the way I am saying and feeling this though. You know what you gotta get this. You gotta get this. That one woman, because before that, everything was fine. Everybody, it was families, a husband, you know what I'm saying? They was there. But then soon as you get to my great granny picnic, when we get to her kids, one made that one mistake with that one woman, and he had to been fucking with her and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all had to been cool, because somehow she fell in love with you. And this is why cheating, y'all better watch what the fuck. Y'all wake up demons that y'all don't even know y'all waking up. Y'all wake up wrong demons on that shit. So this bitch was like more into the flesh than she was into the spirit, because she wanted this man so bad. So fucking bad that she cursed him, his kids, and his grandkids. But in the midst of all of them people in between, his mama knew though. Miss Chris knew. Miss Chris buck up all the way back. Through my great granny bucked that bitch all the way up. Just through a prayer, through God, of protection of her children. See, y'all gotta get this, because see, y'all be missing this shit. And this is the difference between me and some people in my family, because they got caught up along the line of doing that shit in the wrong fucking way, trying to keep niggas and shit and trying to move aside bitches out the way and shit. You in this life, you gotta let this shit play the fuck out. The race is not for the swift, but the one who can endure to the end. And there's no cheat codes. No cheat codes. Because when you run into a motherfucker like me that come along, that begin to understand what nobody in between understands, that this shit has fell upon the kids and grandkids from one mad bitch. One mad bitch. This is fucking crazy. And it's different for the women and it's different for the men. Like the men, this spirit, it started with the man. But this spirit, you gotta understand, spirit carries spirits and they birth spirits and they produce and populate down the line as time go by if no one destroys that spirit, okay? See, this spirit has never been destroyed. This is my point of making this video. This spirit ain't been destroyed, but I'm telling you, it is now. Before me, it was not never destroyed because it was never understood to the capacity of what the fuck it was supposed to be understood on that spiritual level. We was too caught up in religion and all this other shit that they was telling us instead of looking at what the fuck was going on and what the fuck was working because they had the purest times. Now, we talking about my grandmother had to been here from the 1800s. My grandfather were born in 1932. And these were her, and my grandfather, that's her children. So we talking about early 1900s, late 1800s. Oh, excuse me, you guys, my nose running. Oh, excuse me for that. But, so all of that stuff play part. We can't like take a book. Oh my damn nose. You can't take a book and, you know, erase all of that is what I'm saying. This is why every individual's lesson is to each one. That's why, to me, there is no wrong and right. It's just a matter of if you can deal with it or not. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you can deal with, you should be around. Whatever you can't deal with, stay the fuck away from. Don't sit there and say, unless it's some pedophile shit, some weird shit. We didn't, from my history on up, it wasn't no man and woman on woman. That's some other shit. That's some people got caught in some other people's traditions. But, no comment. When it comes to our men, it be the women. And it be the women, you don't even think they doing it. You don't even think they doing it because, and it don't necessarily have to be no work like that on no altar or no candles or nothing like that. It can be the work of the mind. You know, it be shit of a matter of just trying to keep taking all free time type of shit, you know what I'm saying, to you. And, you know, like changing schedules. Like if you were visiting family members, let's say your mother or father, every other weekend or this and that, and this was just your tradition before that, and then you'd meet them and then the shit start changing, you know, like it's like a lot of little shit you gotta just start watching amongst people, because my point is when people like you, they're gonna want to be around the things that makes you happy, not the things that make them happy. So this is, I say this to say, is this is how in my family you gonna identify who in the fuck these bitches and niggas is. But when it comes to us women in our family, it comes a little different. Like the women, they tend to kind of do what the other women doing, trying to keep a nigga and shit and trying to, you know, do shit. And like I said, move motherfuckers, doing all that. You don't even have to do none of that. You know what I'm saying? A nigga know what he gotta do. A nigga know what he's supposed to do. And you really don't have to fucking tell him. You don't have to. The only prayer you should be putting on him is protecting him and making him a better man and opening doors and helping him in areas he struggle. You know what I'm saying? That just right there works wonders without worrying about the next motherfucker or just trying to just draw him to you, because somewhere in your heart you scared that you're gonna lose him. Like me on the other hand, because I'm like, why am I chosen? Why is it me that have to deal with this shit? And then have to come out, because I don't give a fuck. I'm not burning no candles on no niggas. I'm not saying no prayers on no niggas. I'm not burning no incense on no niggas. I'm not even worried about no bitches or none of that shit. Anything that I had to go through with a bitch, them bitches was worried about me. Understand that. You know what I'm saying? So And this is why I felt that I was chosen to walk this mission and destroy this curse that has been going on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And this is why we can't, and it's like not individualizing anyone out and shit, just of a point of no one like really just had all their kids, same person, one house, one raising, you know what I'm saying? Like that was a part of the whatever the fuck she did. That destroyed that for the men and the women. Something that people don't even think about, probably don't even know about, or none of that. But that woman was so mad, and not only the relationship of his children, having to deal with the children's mother, and then on top of that, my grandma, my great-grandma, like Miss Chris, like she, like, listen to the video that my mom just did. It tells you a lot without even knowing this lady. Listening to what she's saying will tell you how militant she was. And this is why you might not understand me, call me far-fetched, but I am really reliving, like, it just, if I was back in Belize, it would look completely different. You know what I'm saying? But again, like I said, I'm reliving her. It's her spirit in me. I am me and she is I, and she represents the Most High. She believed like I believe in the things of the natural. No books. What did my mama say? She didn't know how to read nor write. But she was able to build buy some land and a house, and then build 3 more on there, two more on there, or her kids, like, do that? That's not awesome to you? Like, I don't know. I'm kind of like blew away, but whether this is find some interest to you or not, it really felt a lot of interest and relief off of me, because it had bounded me too. Like, no matter what I did and who I was with, it was always something to do with a bitch. Like, and I don't even really look at it like it's just these niggas and this and that or none of that. This shit went way fucking back. And if I'd have understood this and knew this then, I could have been able to know what kind of man that was before I even got in it. Understand where I'm trying to get with this. Like, if you don't know your history, you go through shit that puddles drown you that you were supposed to fucking walk through and hop over, is my point. Like, y'all got to fucking get your history and fucking tack and understand who you are. That's how you understand your genealogical line, your health line, and all of that shit. That's how you begin to start healing yourself. You don't heal yourself because of what they say or they say. If you listen to anybody, it should just be to try to understand what you think you already know. Like, people get this shit all fucked up. Do not become artificial intelligence operated. Be the one that operate artificial intelligence. Because artificial intelligence is you. I'm sitting here showing you this shit. So now, in my family, what we gotta do, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, I mean, everybody don't take heed to it. Nobody is in the walking in this, like, I don't even feel like I'm supposed to be here. I got a picture on my wall, and I feel that that's my real fucking habitat. I'm gonna show a picture. I really feel that's where I'm supposed to be. Like, I don't even like fit in this fucking environment, but I have to find ways to survive. But God sent me here because there's some people here that I have to help. And I'm the only one that will be able to do it. That's why I don't care who fuck with me or who don't, because I am called to help some fucking people. You know, so you women, let me get back over this way. Because I just, Miss Ellarine, you watch the videos, Miss Ellarine. Miss Ellarine was a cold motherfucking bitch, dog. Like, you better be lucky I wasn't born then, or I wasn't one of my grandfather's kids. Bitch, I'd have beat you up. Real talk. But this is why family is important. Like, it has no control. And Family is important, and what tribe you mix with is important because y'all have to be on the same page. Y'all don't have to do the same shit, but you gotta be on the same fucking page. Because if you don't believe that your genealogical line have nothing to do with who you are and the person you with do, if you don't believe it and they do, it's not gonna last. Because one is representing what the next one is completely against. So, again, this is a spiritual warfare is my fucking point. And, you know, and to my family over in Belize, like the young ladies and the young men, like young ladies, you don't have to do all of that to keep no fucking mind. If you want the man that's gonna be there for you, just be yourself, and he gonna do everything he's supposed to. When you start mixing spirits, them spirits come with spirits. When you using spirits to draw spirits that you don't even know about, that's why it's not good to fuck with them kind of spirits. They got all kind of attachments to them. You call in one, but that one got a whole fucking army. That shit not cool. Not for no fucking body that's left here. Like this, the flesh means nothing before God. That's nothing. Like you guys gotta get more stronger mentally on this shit, because this shit is a fucking problem in my bloodline. And you men, you gotta watch these motherfucking women. You better fucking watch these bitches. Real fucking talk. I don't give a fuck how cool they are. I don't give a fuck how cool they are. It don't fucking matter. If that bitch love you that fucking bad and will do that to you, you're not gonna be able to communicate with your kids like that. You're not gonna be able to communicate with your loved ones like that, because you're gonna be too busy doing shit with them and theirs. When something is for you, it will include you and them very things that make you happy. And this is why I never had a problem leaving, going to house, leaving no nigga and getting on and starting over again. That was never a problem to me. I don't give a fuck what you say. Like, I'm looking at it in a different way now, but before I saw this like this is how I used to look at shit, like my mama did. I wasn't gonna be that one baby mama with all them fucking kids and I'll be with that nigga. I would rather have the kids and keep trying in hopes that I get it right, but not to keep repeating the same dumb shit over and over and over and over and over again by the same fucking person. I would rather take my chances trying again. You know what I'm saying? And that was not a good, that was part of the motherfucking negative energy too. Like the women in my family are very fucking dominant, you know what I'm saying, and very fucking within themselves and shit. And when it comes to your mate, you cannot be that fucking selfish. It's called selfishness. Because if that mate is for you, there's no competition. You don't have to do nothing but what the fuck you supposed to do. So you don't have to show and prove for nobody when they for you and you for them, is my point. Because this shit has killed the fucking men in my fucking family. Kept them away from their fucking kids and family members. Or having their wives get hurt. Or putting curses on right when you happy, something just happened bad. You got to see this is an energy. It could have been any, as I just sit back and look like everybody, I look at my uncle, Papi, you know, his wife, you know what I'm saying? She passed from breast cancer. But that's a line, this is why I say you got to know your tribe too. And that's a line that look like happens on her side of her family, because cancer don't run in our family. Like, we don't have that problem. People died from digestive problems within the bloodline from my mom. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you gotta, my point is, every time you find happiness, it's like it's took from you. That spirit, that energy. You get somebody, everything cool and fine, and next thing you know, y'all start fighting, or this nigga go fucking with another bitch, and it's like it's just never could just stay like the way, you know, the way you see it and feel it, because you know you entitled to it, because that's your strength. That's gonna make the man that's for you or woman for you love you unconditional. But somehow there's the door still open, or a spirit still trailing, hollering, pulling on you, bringing you to counterfeit. All of us. Or our mental playing tricks on us to where you gotta burn candles and shit, doing love spells and shit. Like, what the fuck? That's like some, I never really understood that shit. I never, even when I heard of it, it never interests me. I'll go get a fucking reading on, you know what I'm saying, if somebody trying to hurt me or some shit like that, before I go do some shit behind, oh, how can I make this nigga stay right here with me? You got the psychster fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't even in my blood. And I knew that without even knowing this. I'm like getting all of this shit now within the last couple of years. So my whole life, everything you knew about me and how I was operating, my point is, I was operating in my natural bloodline. That's how I was operating. And you guys can't understand and believe me, because where I belong don't look nothing like this shit. But I still have to find a way to choose and adapt. And along the line, I've came across plenty of good friends. I've made a lot of fucking mistakes, perpetrating to be some shit that I'm not. Although inside of me, I knew that I was something else. So again, the attack on the men was mental, but it had to do with this lady. He never was able to lift his head back up again. He was never able to lift his head up. What kind of spell was that? What kind of fucking spell was that? His kids lost people that they dear love, that they would have still been with if they were not gone. They would still be with these people right now. Another fucking woman, like, and then you didn't even know it. Y'all be fucking careful. Like, I had a bitch that lived across the street from me doing shit on me. It was I went to go get a reading because I'm feeling some shit. And come to find out, this bitch had one of my sweaters or some shit, doing shit on me, but she in my face, chilling with me every day, being my friend, being cool. Like, y'all gotta trust your intuition is what I'm trying to say. Trust your fucking intuition. And women, be more confident in yourself than that. It's okay to be by yourself for a minute till the right motherfucker come along that's gonna be at least more than halfway right. You're not gonna never get the whole thing. It ain't even about getting the whole thing. It's about being able to get shit done together without getting into it. Not competing with each other, but competing together to make shit better. Like, y'all just pay attention. This shit is not fucking hard. Again, if somebody fucking love you like the way they say that they do, they're gonna love the things that you like to do. And not love the things that you like to do, let me take that back, that makes you happy. Because the greatest thing that your spouse can fucking give you is to keep you in a state of being happy. Because once you're happy, everything, happy home, happy life. You know what I'm saying? And when your environment should be drawing happiness, gratefulness, thankfulness, oneness, unity. Anything outside of that is some other shit. You know, I got people that don't fucking like me just because what I do. You know what I'm saying? You can't get mad at me because of what I do. Especially when the fuck you fucking sick and you fucking killing yourself. Like, everybody helping you kill yourself too. You know, but it's not cool when it start killing the kids, you know? When it get to killing the kids and shit, I'm gonna speak on it. I'm gonna speak on it in a respectful way. Nobody had to bury no kids like the fuck I did, but if you wanna bury your kids, that's on you, but don't do that to nobody that want it. You know what I'm saying? Like, having a baby is real fucking important. And until you have to bury them in your hand, and if that don't make you change your ways, then you just is doomed. You most likely a 6-ether being. You know what I'm saying? You missing a key component. Get in the house. You missing a key component. And that's that inner part. Everybody must have forgot. I buried not 1, 2 babies that I had on to 3 months. But at the end of the day, it's going to still tie back to the fucking health. Because if I had eaten according to what the fuck I was supposed to as a person to this earth, not to the grocery store and all these other motherfuckers, my babies would have been healthy enough to survive the trauma that they had to suffer. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I speak on that. I'm trying to cover all fucking areas because we got to get this shit. We got to get this shit. And everybody have suffered. Everybody have went through some shit and got deceived. And it don't have nothing to do with you or them. It have to do with the spirit that came from that woman that cursed the bloodline before we even got here. But that's over with now. It's over with now. It's a lost cause. You took who you was gonna take. What's done is what's done. And now we coming back to collect and to move forward and to finally receive the peace we were supposed to receive in our bloodline. So in our lives that we make and start living, that we can be peaceful within and with who we with and who we choose right. Or they choose us right. Where we glowing, that the right person pick us. That we don't have to go through and do all of this shit. And that's obia, misused and misunderstood, because that shit was not used to keep no nigga. Shit was used for these fucking spirits and shit. These devils, demons, warlocks, trolls, reptiles, dragons. Like, not for no dick and pussy shit is my point. Like, dick and pussy shit went through generations after generations. And when I sit back and look how other people's shit created and come, they don't look at it. I look at shit different. It's like, wow, they don't even see it. Like, they can stop this shit. They can really stop this shit and raise these kids to not even have to ever even deal with this shit. But you gotta have that nigga. You gotta have that bitch. Nobody knows the power within themselves. That if that nigga or that bitch is for you, you would be able to do everything you was doing before the fuck you met them. So when people doing shit, you won't have to look like people are fucking leaving you out of shit. No, you got caught up somewhere. You left the yard and got lost. That we don't come out the yard to come look for you. You got to know what the fuck you are. Because the yard, the house never got tore down. It's still there. The spirits still stand there. That woman is still covering us. And she's showing us, like, which one of y'all gonna wake the fuck up? Which one of y'all gonna stop this shit? Because somehow, something my grandmother didn't get to destroy. That's why it jumped on me. And I believe it jumped on some other people, but didn't nobody take heed to it because they got caught up learning and doing other shit. But even when I did too, but when shit don't make sense, it just don't make sense. It's just a lot of shit that the more I learned, the more I understood that even that wasn't for me. It don't line up with my spirit within. The God inside of me didn't understand that. Some things it did, some things it didn't. So again, you guys, be careful and be watchful, and just know on this bloodline coming from Miss Chris, anybody, it don't matter who it is. If you're still alive and you're in my bloodline, you are covered. This shit is fucking destroyed. You don't have to worry about it. I don't give a fuck if you with a motherfucker that is even doing or trying to do that shit on you. Soon to come, they will be no more. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have to say or do nothing. It's just gonna be the result. It gotta let go now. That spirit it's like handcuffs. It's like handcuffs on the generation, and them handcuffs just got fucking destroyed. So in due time, as you continue to walk in your power, they gonna understand that when they understand that they can't move what you see, feel, or think, they gonna know that it's them, the fuck who I'm talking to. That's the purpose of my altar and shit of that nature. You people right there, because like I said before, when someone is for you, you guys balance out. Y'all balance it out. It comes out evenly. When it comes out evenly, everyone is fucking happy. Everyone is fucking happy. Keep your eyes open. Pay attention. I hope I said this and got this out right, but I have to let this fucking out because my grandmother's spirit is upon me. That Olmec strength is coming up out of me. That Mayan running through my blood, whatever they want to call it. I got millions of years of generations inside of me. I'm not like you. I'm very fucking different. So when y'all say, oh, that bitch crazy, that bitch this, that bitch that, no, I'm just different. I don't see shit like you bitches. I don't believe shit like you bitches. I don't do shit like you bitches. And I don't need and fiend for material things like you bitches do. My whole fight on this earth is within me and myself. Because the moment you master that, then everything else gonna come. If you ain't got no handcuffs on you, chaining you to something, stopping you, and got nothing taking shit from you that love you or got you doing shit that you ain't supposed to be doing. When you get past all of that shit, because that, when you look at your bloodline, if we just do what the people, our tribe did, you'll find all your happiness all around. Even if you intermingle with a different kind of tribe, but as long as they feel like you feel, we keep each other happy. That's all we got to do. And how you keep each other happy? By seeing the things that make that person happy and supporting that with each other, not just with one, with each other. Don't feel no kind of way. You know, everybody not low budget. People grow and people learn things and people mature and people see things and people like to share what they see, especially when it's a breakthrough for you. I'm here for you. I did my part. I got my crown. My great-grandmother is pleased with me. Now I got to push harder. And that's just it. And I don't give a fuck who get mad and who don't. It's just, it is what it is. Like I said, Obeah, misunderstood and misused. And I'm not finna go into no current, nothing, because I don't want nobody to feel uncomfortable. I just want people to know that I understand and I know that spirit, and no matter how much you try to hide it, I already know. I'd go through shit that y'all could never fucking imagine. I'd really fucking have a relationship with something higher and greater than me that has given me the power to say and do the things that I do. That's why I'm not for everybody. You see how I advertise? I don't even advertise like that, because you just walking in coming to fuck with me. I'm not like that. I don't just fuck with everybody. See, that's the thing. So don't never think that I need you or your business or none of that shit. I'm not called for you. The ones that I'm called for gonna fuck with me. Best believe it. They gonna fuck with me and I'm gonna fuck with them. And we gonna rise above it all. Because that's the goal. To rise above, to ascend. I haven't descended or ascended. I'm just like there. Like you just like shit. But now understand there was some cuffs on me. No matter what I did, I had to figure out what the fuck was the problem. It had nothing to do with me. And only way I could have destroyed this was I had to understand where in the fuck it came from. And what was the fucking intent. And just like that, boom. It's reversed right back to you 100 fucking fold. It don't matter that it's 3-4 generations down. It's still coming back to you. Just what you meant.